It's the UPX Podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, Thank Me Later, and you're stupid to win. Might be coming up. Session as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock it iconic in. Welcome to Upland. Grab your UPX, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin in UPX.
Everyone, to another episode of the Upland Property Xperts Podcast. I am your host, Too Stupid to Win, and as always, I'm joined by Thank Me Later. How are we doing this evening? You're on mute still.
Yep, that's the kind of show we're having today.
Absolutely. Welcome. I mess up the intro.
Podcast.
Yeah, I mess up the intro. You forget to come off mute. Hey, we're doing pretty well tonight. This is episode 132. So creeping up there, coming up to our second year anniversary. Should reach out to Upland and see if we can do some more block explorers for charity. That will always be fun. We do have some ideas, so excited for that. This week's episode, we do have special guest KTwice. We'll be bringing on here in a little bit for the interview. We have the market updates and another will you accept that offer trade to break down.
What up, Jay Fabian? Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Any big news you have this week before we jump into it?
Big news. I got some big things brewing, but not ready to make them public yet. You know, one of them. Man, I tell you what, I need to. I keep like I'm so addicted to buying block explorers, and the thing is, like, I've now committed. I think I have over 2 million UPX backlog of like things. I'm like, dude, I want that. Like, I'm gonna buy it from you. Like, dude, just give me some time. I just need to get some UPX together, and like I'm like scrambling. And then like that other project came up, and so I was like gonna pay out some people and buy their block explorers. And I was like, yeah, about that. I'm going to need a couple more days. I'm going to just give me another day. So it's been fun. Lots of really good activity in the market with the new Block Explorer shop round coming up. We're seeing, I'm seeing a lot of activity of like people trying to get to that. I think it's 55 that you need to have to qualify for a beta shop. So seeing some competition coming up. I'm not going for it. I got my decor shop like you coming up soon.
Right. We got our decor shop.
Yeah. So I'm hoarding. I'm hoarding the heck out of block explorers. So that's what I'm doing.
Hey, man, I got lucky and got a Miles B chain.
So jealous.
You know, if it was anything other, if it was the boom box and you wanted it, I'd definitely hook you up. But man, that Miles B chain is a sweet block explorer. I can't hook you up, my friend.
Well, say don't pimp it too hard, man. I still got a couple orders out that I'm trying to cash it on. Like, they're okay. I mean, but like, you know, how's that going to drive your car? It doesn't really, fit with the theme.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean,
dude, I'm not going to lie. And I'll say this because I think I have like 5 on like back order. The chicks, the Easter chicks. I'm a big fan. I don't know why, because they look angry. To me, they look pissed. They're like, "Who painted my shell?" Like I feel like the chick came out and like, dude, what is this? Like, if you look at it, it's got a little bit of like a grimace look on him. And like, I don't know. I just want like a whole team of drivers to just be those tiny little chicks. Like that's just hilarious to me. So yeah. I'm a big fan of those. Those are my current, like, trying to get as many as I can.
And that's what I don't get. You don't have a block explorer shop. You don't want a block explorer shop, but you're hoarding block explorers.
Because I want them. I want all of them. I want the block explorers.
Did you ever make a deal for block explorers for that terminal?
No.
You forgot to look. You forgot to look, didn't you? You said I'm going to look at it this weekend.
I did, man. Dude, it's been crazy. Yeah, Dizzy was offering, but now I might go back to the dude because I got one guy I have like an order for over 1 million UPX worth of block explorers. Like we've priced it out, and he's gone out and acquired them. Because I send him like a buy list of like, hey, this is what I'll pay for all of these block explorers. And then he goes out and then like does the haggling, and like, so whatever his margin is, like, I don't care. Like if he can find somebody who sell it to him for, 10 UPX, like whatever, that's not like, here's what I'll pay him for it. And so he goes out and collects them for me. And then, so I got a tab with him that's over 1 million UPX. So I might see if I can't eliminate some of my dough. I forgot about that. That's why I was trying to sell it. That's why I was trying to sell that thing, because I need to pay off my backlog because I'm addicted, man.
Yeah, but Dizzy made you some nice offers too. So
no, Dizzy's got a fantastic collection of block explorers. So yeah, I feel I should give him first crack at it, honestly.
Yeah. No, excited about that. So let's jump right in and get KTwice on here. We've got a lot to talk about. So from time to time here on the Upland Property Xperts podcast, we bring on players throughout the Upland metaverse. KTwice is a top 10 net worth player. He's been in the game a little over a year. He is running with the Upland Millionaires, and he has been kind of busy and away from that, but that's one of it. He's one of the founders of the Upland Millionaires. So really excited to have him on the show and just talk some Upland with him. So let's hear. Welcome, KTwice.
What's going on, gentlemen? So great to be here, man. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I'm really excited. To talk to all you guys, man. This is awesome.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Wait, so what's his net worth? What's your net worth at now, KTwice?
220 million. I mean, that's without like all the assets and everything else.
Oh yeah, that's just like the base. Yeah,
because they haven't added all like the cards, the legits, and all the other things that you actually spend UPX on.
Right.
I mean, we all know we all spent, so it's up there. It's up there for sure. 220 congruently right now, currently.
Wow.
Okay.
Very cool.
And how much do you think you put into the legits?
Probably another 25, 30 grand. Total all across the board, everything.
Yeah. Are you doing any of the meta ventures, or like is Upland Millionaires in any of the meta venture pieces?
For sure, both. I have a shop, Upland Millionaires. We all have. The cool part is that it's a lot of fun to kind of really see these shops kind of grow. I kind of created like my own. So I have a shop in Hollywood. It's called the Elite Exchange, and what I wanted to create was a luxury shop to where I only sell number one, so only number one mints. I wanted to be different and be unique, right? And the reason why was because I didn't want to compete with my competitors, right? I wanted to say, listen, I will exchange you a number one for like 10 number twos, right? Like that way, you sell these number twos, I'll sell the number one, and we split the profits, right? Win-win. You sell, I sell, but we have different brands, right? So we're not competing, we're just working together. And that's what I was really trying to accomplish with doing that. And it's worked out pretty well so far.
Oh yeah, that's really smart. And as somebody who collects address one properties, I can certainly appreciate that strategic play.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Great strategic plays. How did you come across Upland, for the people out there that don't know your origins of becoming an Uplander?
What was the beginning? Kind of cut out there. What was that?
Oh, sorry. How did you find Upland?
Oh, how did I find Upland? It's crazy. And I really, it kind of goes back to just day one to where, COVID happened. And, for me, as a business owner, a multiple business owner, entrepreneur, new dad, right? 2020. I'm my firstborn son, and and he's like my little miracle boy, right? And so I have to shut everything down 2 days after I have my little baby boy, and I'm terrified. Honestly, I get this virus. I got all these crazy things happening in the world, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? And one of my best friends in real life, TF Media, actually. He's a master of NFTs and crypto, and he started introducing me to a couple things. And he introduced me to Upland, pretty early. And I didn't really understand it at first. I'm thinking, I'm not even kidding you guys. It's kind of a really funny story. And I don't know how much time we have total, but, I honestly was so pumped up when TF Media introduced me to the game that me and Kevin the Man and TF Media, we formed, Upland Millionaires, and, we wanted to make this big thing, right? Well, when I first came into the game, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't really start up until Cleveland dropped. So I miss San Francisco, I miss Manhattan, I miss all the big daddies, I know, man, I miss them all. And so Cleveland here, and I don't really know what I'm doing, right? So when I first come in, I go to Fresno because I'm from Fresno. I live in Fresno. My house right now is in Fresno, and of course I own my own house in Upland, right? I own all my property in Upland.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's funny because I didn't know what I was doing, so I went to Fresno and bought up like a bunch of property. Like, I was like, oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying that, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. And I didn't know any better, so I thought I was like just going to flip real estate like in real life someday. I didn't really know the NFT world or the crypto space yet. And, TF Media was just now getting me kind of into this realm, and it was so exciting, right? I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Like, and my brain just runs like 1,000,000 miles a minute. Like, I just don't stop. I'm always thinking about ideas. I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking of that. Well, I also, yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, so when I first got to Upland, I got involved with a guy named Octavius, right, who's no longer with us. God rest his soul. Rip, right? It is what it is. And what happened is honestly, I mean, the dude was a scumbag. I mean, I'm not going to hold any punches back because I've been quiet for literally 1.5 years. The guy scammed me out of thousands of dollars. So, I mean, it's finally time to kind of unveil what I knew was going to happen back in the day. Finally, we got rid of him. But in the beginning of this whole thing, I thought he was a smart, clever, ambitious kid. Like, I really did. I thought this kid was coming out here to do some big things with Upland and create opportunities for other people and not take advantage, right? And not take advantage. And he did that for some, but he didn't do that for me. For me and for several others that had resources that come into the game, we were really taken advantage of. And so this is what I wanted to warn new players about, was when we came into the game. Okay, so Cleveland, right? Cleveland. So I didn't know what I was doing, right? I didn't even know what minting was. Okay? I just saw this opportunity, was really excited. So Cleveland comes and I tell Octavius, like, yeah, I want to get some property, right? So he tells me that he's going to, mint some property for me and then sell it to me. And then he's going to have a whole team of other people mint property and sell it to me, right? And then add his 5% real estate fee, right? Okay. So we go out, he mints a bunch of property. The guys that he has buy the property sells me it with like a 60% markup, 160%, not knowing what these properties are, right? I had no clue. No collections. This was a vanilla, right? We had no clue. So I'm buying all these properties at 160% in Cleveland and just stacking on his 5% fees, because he was still charging me his 10% fees for these other guys, while these other guys were charging me 160% markup. It gets better. So I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just following instructions, right? This is what happened to me. This is the truth of the matter. And so on top of all this, then Octavius sells me some of his property, sells me straight up like with 160% markup, and then sends me a bill for crypto through PayPal for almost $8,000 for his 5% fees on top of the other guys. I've already paid them 160% and the Upland fees and his fees and on his properties. I've paid everything across the board on 160%, and then sends me this massive ass bill saying, oh yeah, well, you owe me this in crypto because this is my job. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. So, I pay that. I think this is normal. You know what I mean? Shame on me. I didn't know any better. So, I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to make a ton of money, so that's not even a big deal, right? 160% markup. I'm seeing things going for 300, 400%. So I'm thinking, okay, whatever. Okay, this is not a bad deal then. Fast forward, man. I mean, I see the guy manipulate a lot of people, and it was really hard for me to swallow that pill at first and not go blurt it to the world. So what I did, instead of taking the low road, I took the high road, didn't say anything, and started Upland Millionaires with TF Media and Kevin the Man. We parted ways. Oh, if you guys want to know really quick, it got worse. He asked us to be partners and asked us for like 10 grand. And so we gave him money to fund, his little banking business and other things. And so we had to literally press charges to get that money back. I won, of course, I got my money back because it was a scam. But there was a lot of other things that he did behind the scenes that hurt a lot of people that people don't know about, that no one talked about. So it's glad. I don't like to see people get banned, but he deserved it, and we knew that it was coming. So we didn't say anything. We took the high road. We started Upland Millionaires and started to create a platform to help people not get manipulated, not get conned, to let people know that they can mint properties when it's an opportunity to mint properties rather than buy for 160%, right? That's what was being manipulated to us, is that the market was going so fast up that, people were being told that this is where the market was going. And that just wasn't the truth of the matter in that position. It was just people were catching on to it. So yeah, I know a lot to swallow, but that's how I was introduced to Upland. And honestly, I learned quickly is what I'm trying to say. I learned very fast and understood the markets of the high, the low, the floors, because I had to, because I realized I was just bleeding money into the game and not really knowing what I was getting myself into, and then paying fees outside of the game on top of the fees inside the game. And man, I was like, damn, all right, you got me, but let's move forward. Let's help fix the community. Let's do something big for the people. And that's really, really, really what I really needed to kind of get that message across, because I didn't want to spread FUD. I didn't want to tell everyone about Octavius at that point in time, because the game was still fresh and new. So I didn't want people thinking that there was all these scammers, because there were so many other good businesses that were giving good loans, that were doing things for the good for the community and not trying to take advantage of the community. So I didn't want to just pour that out there for the new people to say, oh, there's scammers that this and this and this. So I really tried hard to keep it close to the heart, but obviously you can tell it's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah. I mean, I was loaded to ask that question, and you brought it right up. So, but it's unfortunate as a new player that you had that experience, and that's a bad experience. And that could crush some individuals if they didn't have the financial resources available. So, what kept you going after that? Because that would leave a horrible taste in my mouth. What kept you going in Upland at that point?
TF Media, Kevin the Man, the guys of the community, the people that were here, actually KCBC, which you guys know as Uplando. I started reaching out to people, because I was hurt. I was really hurt. And honestly, it felt like the community wasn't really paying attention to what was happening behind the scenes. And so I just was kind of like, you know what, I'm going to keep moving forward and just, try and do me and not pay attention to that kind of stuff. And honestly, it really worked out, because TF Media and Kevin the Man just really taught me how to play the game. And then so when I learned how to play the game, I was able to make good flips. I made profits. I made sales. I started seeing the value of the game. I mean, straight up, man, what I'm telling you, I was watching the sales between me and MJC. We made almost 90,000 in literally the months of November and December. That's crazy. That is crazy. $90,000 in cash value in 2 months. I mean, and MJC did the same thing. So wow. If that doesn't keep you in the game, I don't know what will.
Well, I think that's that karma, man, because I appreciate that you kept a positive attitude. I appreciate the heads up of like, we should protect the community of like, I don't want to spread that, because that is a plague in especially a tight-knit community. I'll also give kudos to the Upland Millionaires. Their Facebook group is actually one of the only helpful groups on Facebook that isn't just like nastiness and spam. Great set of mods and everything. So yeah, no, that's really cool. And I'm glad that
I appreciate that, man, because that was a really tough pill to swallow, for sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That dude tried to spread things about me and say things about me. And, when you hear things about yourself, it sucks, man, when you know that it's not true. And it's just someone that's trying to, like, literally, like, say bad things about you because, he didn't want the truth to come out about him. And, I knew it would. And eventually it did, very much so. All you had to do is, it was funny, TF Media told me every day, he goes, KTwice, don't worry, man. He goes, all people need to do is follow the money. And if you could follow the transactions, like if you guys remember when UPX, what was it? UPX World, UPX Land, the first one, when it went down. Yeah. And I was trying religiously and vehemently to start a new one so people can still track all the stats. Like I put resources into trying to build a whole new. We had upxland.org, And I think they ended up coming out with it anyways. So I kind of just was like, yeah, go. But like I was all for trying to make sure that we had statistical analysis to see these numbers, because if you follow the numbers, you could see what was going down. So I took faith in that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And thank you for sharing that story. And, and that takes a lot not to go out to every Upland media outlet that's out there and blast that, when it went down. And thank you for sharing
I thought about it.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing it here on the podcast first. We do appreciate that too.
Of course.
What are you most excited about right now about Upland?
There's a lot to be excited about Upland, just the growth in itself and the dynamic, but the leadership. For me, I'm a CEO, I'm a business owner, right? Like I run my companies like that. That's just, I feel, so when I see other companies being ran, I look for the leadership. And honestly, being able to watch how Dirk and the guys kind of are put together and how their serial, venture capitalism is coming to play. They're making it make sense. Now, everything isn't always going to happen in the right time, right? It's just not. I mean, I'm on like 18 different platforms on BB, on, Nifty and this and that, and nothing goes right. Trust me, nothing goes right. It's too new. But people have to understand that. We're in beta. We're just launching stores. We're just launching cars. We're just launching all these new things that are coming out that are going to impact the economy of Upland so powerfully. And I would hate for someone to, I think I commented on someone posted in the Facebook of Upland Millionaires, and I think I was like feeling it. And so I commented on something. I was like, they said something like, oh, my account is worth like $700 right now. Who wants to buy it? And I was like, man, like that just like, you don't want to buy that right now. That could be worth so much more someday. And people, they want to get out. They want to get their money, and so it damages the central economy system of what we're trying to accomplish. And it all comes back to fruition. Everyone's going to be buying, and eventually, again, this is going to be back like another November, December soon. It's not gonna just go away. Crypto's going nowhere. It's like people can spread all the fear and the fudders. They can do all that stuff, but crypto is going nowhere. So it's crazy. Yeah. Back to the original question. I get excited. Back to the original question. The thing I'm most excited about is our leadership, because if our leadership wasn't intact and wasn't as smart as they were, we wouldn't have the vision that we have. And I know their vision because I am taking very serious, attention to their vision, because I got vision, and I know with what they have and what they're doing right now, they could literally be, they could be the most unique and significant metaverse in our universe. And I hope that they can make that happen if they do it right, which I believe they can.
All right. That's fair enough. Are you more excited about cars or the shops coming out?
As a shop owner, I love the shops, but I'm excited because the cars are going to be new, right? The cars are going to be different, unique, and I'm curious to see how they create more utility, with different brands and different businesses. I think that it opens up doors for other, big time NFTs if they really want to get creative, like Ford, GM, if they were to bring the, actual real life trucks into the metaverse and have those sponsored NFTs, and you could have legit like actual NFTs and create and make these cars actual NFTs that you're driving around in the metaverse. You know what I mean? I want to give these guys so many ideas. It's just like I feel like they're there, and I'm like so far ahead of what the technology even allows. So I mean, I know that that's far fetched, so I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. But like what I'm trying to say is there's so much opportunity with the cars, right? With utility, with things like with gas stations, with any clothing stores, tire shops. I mean, this starts to really develop things into an actual metaverse, right? Which people aren't understanding. They don't see or they have the vision that far ahead to understand. That's the direction we're going. All these will be NFT related. They'll all be inside the Upland economy. And people are missing that if they're trying to sell at all right now. People should be holding on to everything Upland related, in my opinion, and just my opinion.
I like
That's
it.
a good opinion. I do like that. Man, you threw so much out there. I'm trying to see where to go with the next question.
I get excited. I get excited. My wife tells me to shut up too much. You know what I mean? I got to learn to shut up sometimes. You know, I do.
No, I love the passion. I love it.
Now,
are you big on acquiring Spark?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. I think I'm up to 17. I think was it ThankMeLater? Was it you? Do you have the record right? Are you at like 18 or 19 or something?
No. I'm not anywhere close. I'm not.
I think someone's got me beat. I don't know who it is. I think someone has a little bit more than I do. But I've been trying to accumulate as much Spark because I want to get to 30 Spark by end of year.
Yeah, I was going to say there's people with 20, 30 at this point.
Abdullah,
yeah, they got 30, that much. I'm way out the runnings because I thought 17 was high.
No. I mean it is high, but like, yeah. How much does Abdullah have now?
Abdullah had like 37.
Okay, so I forgot about that. My problem is I'm not going to go and spend money on the 0.25 or the 0.5 Spark. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to keep clicking. I can't. I just know in my head that that's going to cost me 100 times more than if I just buy one full Spark than the 0.05 Spark. So I don't know. I'm a nerd like that. So, but yeah, Abdullah probably has the most.
It's economic. No, there's a good amount of people over 20 now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, because there's a big market for it.
I'm trying to.
I can't wait to start utilizing that more for more utility too, because I think that'd be worth some serious stuff. And I think in game too. I think when they actually recreate the in-game economy tools to be able to buy or rent someone's Spark in the store. I mean, there's going to be so many things. And I really hope they utilize Spark as maybe gas. I mean, there's a lot of things that they could create utility with.
Yeah, so Spark will be used for any non-organic production. Mm-hmm. So, cars, block explorers, decor, all of your non-organic production will be used for Spark. And there will be a Spark exchange where you can rent, and there's already some off-market Spark exchanges now. But it'll absolutely. And there'll be that'll eventually be all in game. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this was before the March Spark drop. Abdullah had 37.76, ESERO had 29, VT Hokie had 26, Dizzy had 24.5, Beaker had 24, Dog Fans USA had 23.8, Gabi had 23. Yeah, the top 12 all had over 20, and this was before 2 Spark drops ago.
That's impressive. That is impressive. I mean, I was thinking about doing it one day, and I was like, last time I did that, I bought I think I bought like 100 Spirit legits, the Halloween one. I literally just buy, like NSYNC, man. Like, it was crazy. It was just
buy. I got you. I got that reference. Bye.
I'm a cheese ball, man. I'm a cheese ball. That's all. Dad jokes. I got dad jokes for days now, man.
Oh yeah. So Spark, what do you have there? ThankMeLater for KTwice.
So what's next for Upland Millionaires? Any cool projects happening there?
I've been working a lot with other people on other teams and other stuff like that. Team and I are really close.
Oh yeah.
We talk a lot, and I'm in a lot of his nodes, and I work a lot in those things. And when I can get the time, it's hard for me to be able to control a Discord, control a community. Here's the thing: if I had like more of a team, like if I were to have people to help, like I need social media help, stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that I need. If I can come on and inspire people and motivate people and really bring the community together, that's something that I love to do, and I love being on Twitch to do that. To spread positivity and only positivity, and keep love in the community, and keep inspirations. That's what I love to do. And that's what I was trying to do with the community. And then, things got tough. I mean, I've had COVID myself 7 times in the past, literally year. Like, I can't make that up. It's crazy. I'm perfectly fine, perfectly healthy, but it's been a crazy past year. Like, just since 2021, it's just been nuts. So, what's next is I'd love to get more re-engaged and really start to plug back into the community. and get back on Twitch and jump back more on these podcasts and stuff like this. I mean, this is fun for me. I love this because I love Upland. And I feel like, you know, people really need to hear, you know, from a more educational experience from, you know, business owners or people that actually do development, that do real estate, that do, this type of stuff, that can understand the NFT space, that really takes their time to understand it. Because I feel like some people get a bad stigma about it sometimes, and they get scared, and then they let the people FUD and, you know, give them fear. And, you know, that sucks because, you know, when that happens, I do see a lot of people lose out on a lot of money, where there's a lot of money to be made if you just relax and you just understand that you know what you have. And if you are taking a risk, that you're only taking a risk with what you can afford. And I think that happened a lot in the past 2 years, where people would risk what they can't afford, so they have to take it back out. And that hurts, you know, everyone. It hurts everyone when that happens too. So, you know, it's important to try and teach that too when it comes to, you know, economically and financially speaking. Like, hey, don't spend what you can't afford. If, you know, if you are trying to look for money and or UPX, and you can't afford to, you know, go buy UPX, try to find a way to, you know, flip a property. Like, you know, be creative, you know, give someone a smaller piece of property or a bigger piece of property for a smaller piece of property, and then they give you UPX back for, like, there's lots of ways that you can kind of create to build your ecosystem in Upland without having to actually spend money. And I think people forget that, you know, and anything you do in any NFT space, any crypto space, you can get away with making money without spending money if you're smart about it. And actually don't get scared, and don't just sell, don't just dip out. You know, that's what really hurts the world that we live in now.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Absolutely. All right. With that,
I got some questions for you guys, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I got questions, man. I'm a big fan of you guys, man. I want to know some things too, man. So how did you guys get really into Upland, man? Like, I love watching the way you guys play and the way you guys are, you know, engaged in the community and all the support that you guys give. This is exactly what I wanted to create. So, I mean, I appreciate what you guys do. I'm thankful that you guys are a part of this community. And so I personally want to get to know you guys a little better. You know, ThankMeLater, you start, man. How did you get involved in Upland?
So it was 2020, January 2020. I think it was a Twitter ad, like something random.
By the way, not to interrupt, but they need to bring that back. They need to bring back the social media advertising campaigns they used to have on all social media platforms, and they need to hammer those things. That's what really made this thing tick, because when you get in all those Facebook groups, you know, those open up to Discord groups, and Discord groups open up to what? More people coming in to actual Upland. So just, I want to point that out too. That's the other thing they need to do.
Yeah, no, I think that is valid. Yeah, I came in through Twitter. I think I'm a huge gamer. I love playing any mobile games, any PC games, any.
What's your favorite mobile game?
Well, Upland.
Okay, fair. Do you play any Clash Royale or anything?
Oh my gosh, I spent so much on the Clash families. Holy cow! Like, even I could log in. Man. I could log in like 2 years later, and like my clan, it would still be, like, crush normal people. Like, it was stupid how much I was going hard on that. Although it is cool, because now I got a nephew who's getting a little bit older, and so I can flex, because he's like starting to get into that. And then he's like, "Oh, do you play?" And then I'm like, "I haven't really logged in a while."
Yeah, there you
go. You have every legendary? What? And I was like, "Is that good?" And I'm like, "How?" And I'm like, money. Like, honestly, I'm not talented. It just and so yeah, the combination, I hadn't really done crypto, blockchain. So I'm an enterprise software architect in my day job.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, you know, we were seeing the blockchain starting to emerge for like supply chain management and stuff. So I was like, oh, it's a blockchain game. Okay, cool. Let me get into this. I got into it. I was like, oh, this is awesome. It's on mobile. I remember I went to the bathroom. It was like, downloaded the game, and before I had left the bathroom, I had already like purchased a couple 100,000 of UPX, because I could just do it with the Apple Pay, and I was just like buying random stuff. I had no idea what was happening, and I was like, dang, this is so easy. And then I started to I was like, okay, let me try out some other things. I remember like trying to get into crypto kitties and some other like spaces, and I was like, this is so difficult. Like, what the hell is a crypto wallet? I don't own any of these coins. Like, why can't I just buy it with my like Apple thing like I did Upland? Yeah. And then I found out no one else did that. I was like, and again, being in technology, I go, you have mobile first, like the platforms I'm displacing, enterprise platforms that are moving to the cloud and moving to mobile. And I just know like you can't shift. If you are an old mainframe based application, you ain't moving to the cloud and being agile, and you're not moving to a mobile phone. Like that ain't happening. You're going to get beat by the next guy. So I'm like, Upland is already there. They're already mobile. I have the app. I can do it. It's seamless. You are so far ahead. And the thing is, we're 2 years, 2 and a bit years later, and Upland still is so far. I mean, I think I got into this Taco thing. I still don't understand how to play it, but like, there's really just not mobile apps that obscure the blockchain like Upland does, and definitely not to this scale. And
people don't understand that. That's the biggest flaw that I think people don't realize. Like that's a big thing. That's a big deal of what they do, and it's exciting, and it's very exciting to see that. And the best part that I took from that too is that you don't have to be a business owner or a super crazy like real estate flipper to understand Upland. You can just play the game and still make a substantial amount of money if you play it the right way.
Oh, yeah. And again, like it is interesting to see different perspectives on how you game, like how you play, what's your strategic thing. And I've been very successful because I like just the gaming mentality, I think brings a different like niche ability. Like, I'll toot my own horn a little bit on the one properties. Like I own the most one address properties in all of San Francisco and all kinds of stuff. And I created a market. You can't buy a one property in San Francisco for less than 111,000 UPX. Like that's it. You have 111,111. Like that's the minimum.
I love it.
And honestly, now I think most of them are at over 1 million. And it's just like, that's the brand. And it's especially now with marketing, like you want a business? Well, how about one, whatever street, like that is such easier marketing than 457 East 27th Street. You're like, what was it? East, West, what?
And do you have a real estate license?
Me? No.
Exactly.
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about real estate.
We're the marketplace without a real estate license. Exactly what I'm saying. That's perfect.
Yeah. No, I don't know anything about real estate. No. I just, again, like it's that gaming aspect of like, oh, cool. I'll get these little collections. Like, that's why, like, for me, I have the most badges. I can't compete financially with some of you big movers anymore. I used to be the top dog back when being top dog was like 20 million. Like that was top dog. But I mean, you guys, the money that's coming, which is awesome. I love it. It's so great to see big players like yourself really investing and seeing it. So yeah, that's kind of me. What about you? Too stupid?
Yeah, I started a couple of weeks before you, January 5th.
You say that every time.
He had to throw that in there. He had to throw that in there, by the way. He was like, I started a couple weeks before you.
Yeah. Because you're like, I always have the most badges, so I started before you. What?
All right.
I sensed that with a little bit of little rivalry. I saw that a little bit, but you said that, and now I actually can see it. Now, there we go. Yeah.
But yeah, the same way as ThankMeLater, a Twitter ad kept popping up, and I'm like, and then I checked it out, and so I went on Zillow and I searched the most expensive property for sale in San Francisco, and it was on Scott Street. So I went and bought that, and then I just started buying a bunch of random stuff. But when we both started, there was no treasure hunting. It was just strange.
There was no sends. There were no events. There was no obviously there was no block block explorers. Like there were no custom block explorers. You got the generic block explorers. There was who are the who were they? Blockchain heroes. Blockchain heroes had two custom block explorers. Everything else was generic. There was obviously definitely no building, no Spark, no legits, no anything. Like you just like floated around with your 3 cents a day. Like that was it.
My vomiting poo on fire was the first custom block explorer after the blockchain heroes to start floating around. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I saw it. Was that the first one?
That was the first one.
It was in the first batch. I was in the first batch too.
But
You can't prove that it was first.
Let me look back.
It was first batch.
I love this.
No, I was the first one out. I got to go find it because we were still on Telegram, and I was the first one out because you were still waiting for yours. I got mine out. They sent out the first batch, and I had it out first because Laz Laz told me to go check my account. Oh yeah, I made sure I was the first one out.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I was the first one out.
All right. I was the first to get 1,000 properties. There. Fine.
There you go.
First to 1,000 properties. Get on my level.
Yeah.
And now TM will be like first to 20,000 properties, whatever nonsense he's up to now. But
we're arguing about a bunch of firsts that we're just blown out of the water on everything else.
Yeah. Like we're just like that's what we have to hold on to. Like these are our little things. Like look at all my little badges. You guys are like crush us on every other level. My dad can beat your dad.
But you know what? But that kind of fun little competition, man, that's what we thrive on anyways. You know what I mean? Like, why else are we here? You know, I mean, we're all here to try and make money together and do fun things and have a little bit more than this. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, that's what I love about this community is that we're all still in this together. Like, you know, it's not like one person, like, it's not like Abdul is going to make the most money, right? We all know Abdul is a god at the game. Like that, he's, you know, there's no question about that. But like the cool part is we're all going to make money together with or without Abdullah. And once we all realize that and we all come together, we just hold and we just do the damn thing, man, it's gonna be game over.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Hey, Too Super, you know what I did forget though? Who owns the Genesis property? Who owns?
I was gonna bring that up for you. I was waiting for you to pull that one out. I know because I know you got that one.
Yeah, Trump. That's my ace up the sleeve. Be like, oh yeah, Genesis property, checkmate. We're out. Drop it.
Yeah, and then probably in April of that year, April of 2020. ThankMeLater myself started talking about we should do a podcast, talk about it once a week, and then of course since COVID was going on, well, no, not yet. We weren't locked down just yet, but yeah, it took a minute to get all the equipment in, but then we launched on June 17th of 2020. It was the first episode, the week after Genesis week.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Where are you from, ThankMeLater?
I currently live in Dallas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love Dallas.
Wait, where are you at? You're in Cali, right?
California.
Oh yeah, duh. Literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. Crazy. Good old President California.
So you actually got your house?
Yeah.
Did they know that they were selling you your house?
Bro, I sold it for below mint already. Like I got rid of it.
What? What?
Yeah, I did. I think I don't think it was honest. I'm being funny. I don't think it was below mint, but I did list every property that I have in Fresno for sale because, like I said, when I first came to the game, I didn't know what I was doing, so I did buy in abundance in Fresno. Since then, I have sold probably 60 to 65% of those properties. And yeah, I think I did it selling my actual house, one of my houses. Yeah, and someone took it off the market. And I mean, I listed everything for at least a 200 to 300% gain. So I mean, I definitely at least made a profit on it.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever sold anything under mint. Not once. I don't think I ever.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's fair. I can honestly say I don't think I've sold anything under mint.
Can't say that I've never traded anything.
Right? Like I was like, yeah, I'm sure that somebody's gonna go to the blockchain and be like, you sold this for 1,000 UPX.
Right, yeah.
That was part of a deal thing.
Part of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an Octavius deal. It was shady as shit. My bad. You know?
All right. Got any other questions for us before we jump into the market, the secondary market, and break that down for our listeners?
Let's do it.
All right. So top 5 city floors in Upland. I was surprised at how much the U.S. Dollar floor crashed this week compared to last week.
Interesting. Wow. Well, no, just looking at the markets themselves, like crypto and the other NFT spaces that I'm in, it's going down heavy right now, and this makes sense. I mean, because like I said, there's a lot of FUD going on. But you know what? The good news is that you still see some green. There's still some green in there, and that's definitely telling too. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked at Rutherford, and I'm only saying that because in Rutherford I own a ton of properties with team. We both kind of have. There's a node there, so we all have a bunch of properties in there in our building, and we've been definitely increasing the floor. So I'm shocked to see that drop 10%. Honestly,
you're slacking.
Yeah, it was quite, and I was shocked to see the U.S. dollar floor drop 22% out there in Rutherford.
In Rutherford, yeah, I will attest to that. I think a lot of people were trying to get cash, and no one's paying cash. No one's paying cash right now. Like you just don't literally. If someone were to come to me and say, "Hey, I got this crazy yellow for 130% cash," I'd say, "No, I'm good." Like straight up, I'm good on cash. And the reason why is because guys like myself and like probably you guys too make a substantial amount a month on UPX on our earnings. Mm-hmm. And so I mean I make a lot. And in my if I want to, and I'll give you guys a little key to my strategy because I don't care. We're all family here, we're all family, Upland family. My strategy is basically, what I do is I come in and I buy up all the big rental properties, which I'm sure you guys have noticed. That's what I do. And at the end of the day, I list. I've got a ton of. I make about 4 to 5,000. 4 to 5 million UPX in month. In earnings. And with that money, I go in the new cities like LA. I went to Hollywood. I only minted Hollywood, and then I listed Hollywood for 100% cash out. So that's where I get my USD from, and just my minting on, with just my free UPX that I get that I stack every month. And I think that's what a lot of players are doing right now. They're relying on their UPX to compound, and I think I can definitely relate to the USD market going down until the game starts to pick back up. Crypto picks back up, but I think in Rutherford it dropped so heavy because there were so many people trying to cash out in Rutherford that they're like, you know what? It's not worth the cash. Let's just get some UPX because people like myself are buying UPX. Like if the floor price is 50 grand right now, I'm going to go buy 50 grand UPX as we speak right now. Like I'm going to, after this, I'm going to go buy 50K, whatever is 50K in Rutherford, period. So I think that's what it is too. I think people are lowering their prices because they know that people are gonna buy in Rutherford, so they're just taking away cash. And that's why I think the big decrease in cash is there. I also would say theoretically in Manhattan is because people are holding and they're just taking away their prices and they're just taking it off.
That's a fresh perspective, honestly, to say,
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna hold. I'm gonna pull it off the market. So
yeah. I noticed that. Because I look at the market, I look at the cash, and I saw people just pulling it off the market, not even listening on UPX, just pulling it off the market.
Oh. Yeah. All right, and the 30-day change for the top 5 floors. So this is referencing March 31st to this week.
Bronx dropping, man.
Bronx, man. Woo.
Yeah, I think that they were trying to counteract Manhattan, and again, we can see Upland Strategy kind of playing out here, right? They said very strategically they were not happy with how much the secondary market was marked up in Manhattan, and I was it Bronx?
True.
Was the other one? Yeah, I guess. Which again, and we're seeing that reflect. So. What the community should take from that is Upland stated very clearly, like, here are the metrics we're looking at and evaluating, and we don't like the trend, and we're going to do something to change that. And we're seeing that reflected in the market, which is exactly what you want from an economically smart leadership. Like,
I have to say one more thing. I'll never bring this up again, I promise, but I have to say this. This is exactly what I predicted with Octavius when I found out that he was scamming us. And what I found out was he was taking people like me, Sotheby's, Buster, top dollar guys, top 5 net worths, and convincing us that we were going to see 400, 500, 600% floors in all of these cities tomorrow, like back then, right? So we're thinking, okay, if we buy it 150%, well, guess what? I'm watching Buster Worth pay 500%, so I'm going to pay 200%. I see or someone sees KTwice paying 400% in Cleveland, so it was scams like that was raising the floors that should not have been there too soon, too early, to let the game organically get there. Now we're organically getting there, and people need to realize that too. There's too many real estate agents. There's too many people trying to sell other people properties. There's too many of that going on, trying to convince people that these are going to be 1,000 percenters in Manhattan, and people were doing it. People were buying it, right? They were creating it too.
Like by gas stations and car dealerships, you better get in on it now before the cars come out.
Right.
There you go. And that's what was happening. And I didn't even realize that because I was so new in the space, right? So but then the second that I realized it, man, we were going so fast. But that's honestly why I think we're seeing some decline in Upland. And I'm going to tell you, I think it's a healthy decline. I think there's certain things in crypto that happen. There people are doing shady things with their money. And I think we're getting rid of some of those shady things that people are doing with their money. And we're growing organically and in a more healthy and dynamic way that is going to give us prosperous future. And that's why I'm excited about Upland too.
There we go. I like it.
I like it.
Amen, brother.
And then here's
there you go. Boom. Look at that. They go up.
Yeah. Which, and again, so that's exactly your point, like organic growth. Those high-end markets, which were being pumped and like really pushed, which isn't how Upland ever wanted it to be. It just happened because that's how it's all, pump the NFT, sell it for 10x, or it's not successful. And then we're seeing in these newer cities like this steady growth, which is at the floor. But again, steady growth. That is the key to success.
And this is healthy, and this is what we want to see, 5%, 3.5%. That's pretty solid growth. And Bakersfield, KC was number 5 last week. Bakersfield had a almost 7% drop this week to crack the top 5. But Queens is moving up. Chicago and Los Angeles, their floors are solidifying and continuing to climb. So,
and right now it shouldn't be growing because crypto's going down. So that is honestly not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love to see.
And then sold out percentage across. Queens jumped 5% since last week. They were at 55% last week. This week they're at 61% sold out. Los Angeles and Nashville are holding steady. Detroit jumped up to 72%, and Kansas City's holding steady at 76%. So there's still a lot of
opportunity.
A lot of opportunity. I don't see a city release coming here in the next couple of weeks, unless something changes here.
Last time you said that they released Queens the next day. So Miami's coming out tomorrow. That's what I just heard.
And that's going to happen. That will happen for sure. And I think they're being more strategic, though. I think they know that crypto's in a lull right now. And they're just kind of waiting it out, and there's lots of big things happening. I mean, dude, I've seen some crazy stuff happen in the last couple of weeks with crypto. So we'll see. I think we're gonna start seeing some increases now, and honestly, I think we're gonna start seeing some big moves made with Upland. And I agree. I don't think there's gonna be more drops. I think with these numbers, there's lots of things there. Like I literally, I mean, if you want to know a little strategy of mine, like I said, with what I'm doing right now, I'm in Bel Air every other day with my UPX and buying them the most expensive property out there. And I think Bel Air is a very undervalued commodity. The rent that you're getting, the space that you're getting, the value there, the size of it in LA. I mean, I think Bel Air is a really good spot right now. It's one of my favorites.
I agree with you that I think it's underrated and underappreciated. It's a 1.97% multiplier on its collection. Right now, you have a lot of big size properties left. I picked one up the other week for 640,000 or so. So it's a nice long-term investment there.
Oh wow! So they're still mintable in
Yes.
value.
Yes.
They're just expensive. It really is expensive, but that's just where I'm at. I like the properties there. I got about 17, and I'm gonna keep just adding.
Oh, nice. And then we got the Bradbury building coming up for auction. It's a live auction.
I give up. I give up, man. I have tried to get every one of these reverse auctions. I can't even tell you.
This is live, so it will be on the auction house.
Because last time I did a live auction, Abdullah he just sat on me and said, "Sit down, KTwice. Sit down. You're cute. You're cute, KTwice. Sit down." I mean, Abdullah's the prince, man. I mean, in the auction, he actually let me. He allowed me when it was the charitable auction, right? He allowed me to have the #1 terminal train station in Oakland, right? The first one that came out. And I was allowed to have that one. The rest, he just ran away with. I literally overbid for charity. And I couldn't even compete. He wouldn't even let me. I think that was his goal, to be honest. But, hey, but these things, I want one so bad, I can never get one.
Yeah. The cap's at 12.8 million. So anything above that, it just goes to the community pool. And the importance there is, if you run it up to 20 million UPX, then you get your property earnings off of that 20 million. So they capped it at 12.8. So that will be the most that you can earn off of that. And I know last time they did a live auction, it ran up to about 16, 17 million UPX, and they had a cap right here around the same value.
Same thing.
Bradbury building's a pretty cool building. A lot of cool ironworks and hallways and sky atriums in there. So it's a cool building in itself, but it will be interesting to see.
Where is it? What city?
Los Angeles.
Oh, it's in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Been in a bunch of movies, TV shows. Pretty cool.
Sure.
All right. Next we have, will you accept the deal? So.
Yes.
Now the person.
Oh, that yellow is killing my eyes.
Sorry, I was putting it together. Well, that's just straight off of.
My mind's going bad too, brother. I'm like, I can go out.
Yeah.
Oh, too much video gaming.
Is that video game? And I hear you. All right, so we got. Go ahead.
The person has 407 South Parkview Street in Los Angeles, California. They have it. They currently have it up for sale for 2 million UPX. It's part of the. Oh, I flopped the collections around underneath. You see, I was in a rush and distracted. So it's part of this.
Oh, goodness. So now you're even making it hard. Scenes of LA. Yeah. So okay. If it's part of the Scenes of LA collection, you get 8,292 UPX a month. If not, and you just put it in your Los Angeles collection, you get 3,649 UPX a month. Now somebody offered them 1539 Solano Avenue in Berkeley, California. This is also an ultra rare. It's part of the Solano Avenue ultra rare collection. You only get 387 UPX per month, and if you put it in the East Bay collection, 180. But they threw in an additional 500,000 UPX onto the offer. So they'll trade you an ultra rare for an ultra rare, and you get 500,000. Now the person both of them do not have their ultra rares completed, and these properties will not complete ultra rares for either of them. So they got lucky minting them. So would you trade a 405 up square ultra rare property in Los Angeles for 5,000 UPX and a 29 up square ultra rare in Berkeley? Do you know what the floor of Scenes of LA is off the top of your head? Because I'd be curious to know what the floor of Scenes of LA versus Solano Avenue.
And my biggest question would be, how much did each person pay for each property?
They probably paid mint. Yes, both of them were.
I'm curious what the mints are.
Oh, okay. Well, it would be the mints are vastly different because
correct.
The Solano Avenue would have been under 15,000. And the other one would have been in the 250 to 300.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on.
So
It's a massive
Okay.
difference.
Do you have the numbers on the collection floors?
Yeah. So the floor, this property is the floor for the Scenes of LA properties.
900,000.
2 million UPX.
Oh, 2 million. Sorry. Yep. 2 million.
And then
What's the next one after that?
the next one after, hold on.
I mean, it seems like the answer is no, because you're only offering a couple 100,000 over mint on the one plus another. It's an ultra rare, but not
to mention it's an exclusive Scenes of LA, not just Solana Avenue. I feel like Scenes of LA is a much more highly coveted ultra rare than Solana Avenue would be. But more importantly, yes, it was minted at a much higher price. Yeah. So the markup's going to be massive compared to each one. When you have to compare and contrast each of the markups too, you have to when you're looking at real estate, right? Yeah. So I say no deal, even with the $500,000, because I think you could probably get $2,000 for just the property from Scenes of LA alone in general, way before you'll ever get 2 million epics from the Parkview Street. Just my opinion.
No, that's true.
Since it's the floor property and it's been sitting there for a while, can't you just take that 500,000 and make your 2 million here in a couple of months?
You could do that, but if I was to play ball with that, I would want way more UPX, because I would consider my property way more valuable, especially if I'm making the rent compared to what the rents are per month as far as an equity holder. So if I'm making 8,200 and I'm only making 387 on the other one, and I'm only getting 500,000 UPX, when am I going to make that up? You won't ever make that up with the collections from Solano Avenue until you actually sell the property. With the collections from the Scenes of LA, you'll make a little bit back on the UPX, in a timely fashion.
Yeah. I think that the dilemma there is neither one of them had the collection completed,
and that's exactly the
so that's a little bit difficult. So what would, I guess, so in this scenario, what would that UPX number need to be to balance this out?
I'd say personally, if I were to take that, I'd up it to about 1.5 million UPX.
1.5. So essentially, that would value the Solano at 500,000, and then the makeup of the one, because you feel like 2 million is a fair valuation for the Scenes of LA property.
Yeah,
I
do.
And then we're saying the Solano Avenue is probably a little overpriced, so it should really be in that 500,000 range. And so in order to make up the difference, 1.5 plus Solana would be a more equitable deal.
Yeah. For sure. So you nailed it. So that's exactly my thing. If someone were to offer me the Solano, I'd pay you $500 cash or 500 UPX. If you were to offer me the Scenes of LA, I'd give you 2 million or 2,000. Straight up.
Well, dude, it's for sale right now for 2 million. Go buy it.
Well, I'm gonna go buy that one that's for 900,000. If that's still sitting there for 900,000.
No, that's Solana. He put the wrong thing.
See, I can't see. Y'all tripping me out over here. I can't even see the top.
Yeah.
I'm the only one here without glasses, and the one that needs it the most, probably.
So the Solano property is the floor for that collection also.
Oh. Yeah. So that Scenes of LA is there, and that Scenes of LA is that rent.
We might have just made a sale. NFT cheetah. NFT cheetah.
Yeah, I might go check that out, or maybe I'll offer a deal 1.5 and see if I can get a deal first. You better. I'd pay 1.5 right now. Like I would literally, if it were sale for 1.5, I would go buy it right now.
Well, there you got it, NFT cheetah. If you're out there in the audience, you got a hot offer for 1.5.
1.5 million. I'll buy it right now. 1.5.
Dang. So there you go. Making it happen.
Mm-hmm. And then
he's here. Yeah. Real Estate Nate in the house.
There you go.
Is that I love it.
Okay. Wait. So he says that's his ultra rare. So the offer
1.5, man,
is 1.5.
Let's make a deal right now. I'll send the offer.
Now, mind you, here we go. I'll do this.
Wait, we're trying to play. We're trying to make something happen here.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to shoot it down. So
you're trying to shoot it down?
I love it.
Whose side are you on?
I'm just trying to get a fair deal out here. Now the next scene of LA property is 10 million UPX.
Whoa.
So
dang.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said the next lowest property is 10 million UPX.
I know I still can't hear because there's static going on. I don't know what's happening right now.
So he's saying the next highest is 10 million.
I know, I'm being funny.
Dude. Oh, hook, line, and sinker. You got me. You got it. So what I'm hearing, KTwice, is you better hit buy on that before we talk him into saying that it's actually worth way more. That's what I.
Yeah, but no chances are it's not going to happen, and I'm going to have to go buy another one to get one where I would pay I'd pay 1.5 million UPX right now, but I'm not paying 10 million for the second one.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else in the audience got a Seeds of LA they're looking to offload? Let's make it happen.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm in. That's a great property though, and definitely don't. And honestly, for being candid here. Don't trade. You wouldn't want to trade that for that one. That's not a good trade. My personal trade.
Yeah.
No, I would not trade it even with the UPX deal. And because if you look at the Solano property and what you have going on with the next one's 950,000, which is actually a better deal for the extra 50,000 UPX because you're going from a 29 up square property to a 75 up square property. So that's a lot better deal there. Yeah. So I would not accept that unless you're really. I mean, even if you're hard up for it, I still wouldn't accept
it. If you're that hard up for UPX, what if for 1.5, KTwice is going to buy it right now?
I will.
Absolutely.
You need some UPX. I'm your Huckleberry, man. I got you.
Man, now I'm about to start pulling out some of my properties that start shilling. Like, hold on. You need a train terminal?
I got liquid UPX, man. I got liquid UPX.
You need a train terminal? I got some hookups for you. What do you need? You come talk to me. We'll get it.
For the right price, I'll always buy for the right price. But it's got to be the right price.
I'll make some good prices. We'll talk after the show.
And my right price, and that's what something too is I think that really was a pretty tough stigma too, was when in the Octavius era, with all the real estate agents and stuff like, pretending like the markets were going to be 10,000%, was it made people think like the smaller investor that would buy a piece of property for $10 thinking they're going to sell this ultra rare for 2,000 across the board. Like it's just not feasible, man. Like that's just not the way that the Upland works, and don't expect that and don't think that that's going to happen because, and I guarantee you Abdullah probably gets all kinds of messages, but I get DMs. Hey, buy this off me for $2,500, bro. That was worth $25. I'm not gonna buy that for $2,500. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunate that happens sometimes, but I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate to that.
And I've tried, since I'm in the Cleveland area, I'm very familiar with a lot of stuff, and I've tried to purchase some properties, but that whole era where Butterworth and Sotheby's and Abdullah came through, and they were paying $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 for these ultra rare properties. I'm like, you minted this for 20,000 UPX because Octavius told him so. Because he got a bigger commission.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad people can see it now.
But now I try to buy it because I'm like, I visit this venue and I kind of want to work something out with them in real life. And I've offered 300,000, 400, 500,000. They're like, no, I need 3,000 US dollars for it, or I need 3 million UPX. I'm like, I'm giving you 300,000. I'm 10Xing you. I'm 15Xing you. But yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that sucks for new players. It did. It was really hard for new players. It was tough. It's made the market tough. But I think now, like we've been talking about the past 30 minutes, is now we are seeing actual organic and healthy growth, and that is more important to me than anything that I can see in Upland right now.
Preach.
So, did we want to give away some UPX tonight?
Oh yeah, man! I know we're gonna do something fun. I wanted to give away 100K.
Who's giving away UPX?
KTwice.
KTwice giving away some UPX?
Yeah, I wanted to give away some UPX. I wanted to give away 100,000 UPX to one of you guys' most loyal followers. So what I wanted to do, I don't know who's watching, who's out there, but I wanted you guys to come up. Okay, well, actually, I got a good one. I got a good one. So between ThankMeLater and Too Stupid to Win, who has the first NFT? Who do you guys think has the first NFT? The first. Which one was it? Which one are you guys talking about?
Wait. Oh, you're talking Block Explorers?
Yeah, I'm being funny. I'm just being funny. The Block Explorers.
Yeah, you're about to get it all riled up again. We had
that was my goal. So we'll go back to this. Okay, so how about this? I wonder if you guys know the answer to this. Whoever could comment in the comment section first. All right, I will give out 100,000 UPX. Give me your gamer tag, in-game name, and I'll send you 100K UPX from KTwice just for supporting these guys and what they do. And we're gonna do this right now.
Love it.
What was the official launch day of Upland?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
You know, everyone's Googling it right now. I know the actual date.
With Genesis Week coming up, you all should know this. I should know this. I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I know the general, but
he's gonna find out right now.
All right, let's see. Let's see who in the audience is going with 100,000. Oh, Boulder Magic, who is a very, very loyal listener, says June 10th. Oh, but let's see. Upland Patify says June 6th. June. We need a specific date. It definitely wasn't. Wait, the first day, April 10th.
Yep, it's April 10th.
April 10th.
Yes, it's April 10th, I believe.
Wait, but what was the day the first property was minted? Or are you saying like the first?
Oh, okay. I know. First property. Okay, no, that was the first thing was open. So I should have clarified that. So here's what I'll do. Who was that? I'll give you 100K UPX anyways. We'll do another one.
Wait. So who? Well, wait. So what was the first?
Who was the one that said April 10th?
Well, that's TM. Don't give him any money. TM just being a troll.
Okay, so first, so back to what ThankMeLater was more referring to too. What day was the day that the first property was minted? The first Genesis property was minted.
Yeah, well, so we got two guesses of June 10th from Boulder Magic or June 6th from Upland Patify.
Okay.
I don't know which date is correct. It's in June.
I actually don't know that answer. I just knew the April 10th answer of 2019. That's I don't know this one.
So wait, so that was while Too Stupid goes, are you looking it up, Too Stupid, or do you know?
No, what I was really looking up was this message in Telegram I sent you. Custom block explorers are out on March 27th, 2020.
He was proving it. He was trying. He was digging for the proof the whole time.
Wait,
no, I just looked it up.
How did I respond? Didn't I say, did I have mine? Because I swear I got mine first batch too.
That is awesome.
You can't tell me I didn't.
Your response was yes. And then you got so I sent that to you at 8:55, and at 9:29, I said, yours is also in at 8:55. At 9:29, you said yes. And then at 9:31, you had it deployed because you're like, look, and I said, love the top hat turtle.
Yeah. Okay. So they were launched the same day. Just because you looked at it first does not mean it was minted first.
No, I didn't say it was minted first. I said after the blockchain heroes guys, I was the first one to have it floating in the game.
Oh, okay. You were the first one to equip. Okay. Yes. I'll give you that. I'll give you that because you definitely equipped. I remember you messaging me, but we were in that first batch together. Like that, right. We came out the same day.
That is awesome.
We did. I was just quicker at putting it in game.
All right.
Talk to me about badges again. Let's hear about your badges.
Yeah. Go check my badges. Yeah, we'll see who's.
All right, back to June 6th or June 10th. Which one is it?
Simon says it's June 6th. Simon says, well, wait. Now I'm getting, but now somebody's saying June 10th. Why don't we have? We should know this.
I don't. I actually don't. I just knew the April 10th one was the actual origination date because you can study, you can look at the business stuff.
So wait, so talk to me a little bit about what happened on April 10th. Like, I'm curious.
I'll watch you guys. What was that?
I don't know the history on June 10th. Tell me, or April 10th.
That's when Upland actually appreciated. That's when they first started. They launched the actual public game, the beta, or that's what you're going to call it.
But but then the first property wasn't minted till June. So what happened what were they doing between April and June?
I think creating land, creating different things. I mean, so that's when the company was originated. So they were building.
Okay. So that's when they did the origination. Man, I feel like this information should also be on the wiki. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I think it's on the internet.
Talk to the guy.
Yeah, it's on the internet somewhere. That's how I found it. I googled it myself.
Yeah, I was teasing because I run upland.wiki, and so why isn't this on the wiki?
I love it. So is it June 6th or June 10th was the first mint?
I don't know. No one can give us an answer.
I'm trying to give someone 100,000 UPX, man.
This is insane. Why does no one know this for sure? Oh, man, where is?
Let's see here. Hold on.
You might have it.
I might have it. Hold on. Oh no, wrong one.
No. I might.
Man.
Got
it from the blockchain. Simon says got it.
What was Upland's first release?
The first release, like
when the first minted property. Don't you have that property?
I do own the property. Yes.
Can't you click on it and see the mint date, the blockchain transaction?
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. It's a thing. Yes.
Oh crap! All right, hold on. KTwice like teaching some stuff. Hold on, now you got me. Let's see.
Yeah, he's trying to give away money, and we're just killing the show for the last 7 minutes.
I know, right? Let's see here.
Hold on. Maui's saying something. Let's see here. Maui says it's June 6th. I got to check my Discord. Maui sent me something in Discord. It says Genesis week, blah, blah, blah. Upland began on June 6, 2019. The first ever property was minted in Upland. The property was 1829 Jefferson Street.
So what was the date?
June 6th.
So it was June 6th. Who said June 6th?
Boulder Magic.
No, it was somebody right before Boulder Magic.
Wait, really? No.
Yeah?
No.
Or it was Boulder Magic?
Boulder Magic was the first one to respond, and he said June 6th.
Oh, okay.
Well,
No, he said June 10th. It was
Upland.
It was Upland Patify.
Yep.
I don't know who Upland Patify is.
Whoa. That was what'd you say?
Upland Patify.
Oh, I thought you said something different.
Not pedophile.
Whoa.
Goodness gracious.
Name. It cut out. So it cut out. All I heard was This is never talk about that.
So Upland Patify, what's your in-game name?
Yeah, what's in-game name? I'm gonna send it right now.
You're about to get 100,000 UPX.
100K UPX, man. Or like 97, 95 actually.
Oh.
Let's see here. Okay, so you're saying if I go to the property and then I go to, which by the way, fun fact about the Genesis property, because we don't talk about that enough.
I know.
No, not at all.
The only property in the game that does not earn any UPX. It earns 0 UPX.
Yes, you said that last week.
I know, but it's an interesting fact, and I like to share interesting facts.
You do.
All right. So if I go to title and I go view on blockchain, so this will tell me.
Yep, it tells you everything.
Okay, actions. I don't know how to write traces.
DJ Shorts even came out with the time.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that it should say that on your property. Thank me later.
There you go. Here's his in-game name is Patify.
Oh, Patify. There you go.
P-A-T. There, spell it out for me 1 second. Search player. P-A-T-A.
F-I-E.
F-I-E?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody will have to teach me how to read this blockchain thing at some point.
I have successfully transferred 100,000 UPX to Patify. Congratulations, buddy. Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
That was super cool.
And thanks for following these guys and supporting these guys and being here for these guys, because these guys are a great commodity to Upland and the community. So please continue to support these guys, man. I'm huge fans, and I'm just glad to be here and so thankful that you guys allowed me to be on here to be able to share some more personal things about myself and you know, a little bit of my story to Upland, man, because it's a big deal for me, and being here is and being a part of this community is a huge deal for me, and I just want to continue to help it grow and do, you know, great things with Upland. I think that, you know, and it's my whole mantra has been this whole time: if we all do this together, we're all going to win together. Period. Don't get greedy. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a snake. Just play the game. Work together. Let's make this win. Let's all win together. That's literally been my mantra since day one, and I want to keep breeding that into our community and breeding that into people that are all here, and to make sure they know that if they don't know the game, there are people here that do want to help and do things like this, like you guys, to help the community. So thank you guys for doing exactly what you guys do for the community.
Hey, man, it's appreciated, and you are absolutely always welcome. Anytime you want, you have a spot here for sure.
I love it all the time, man. I appreciate it. I'll definitely be back and appreciate you guys. I'm going to go eat, go hang out with the family, man. But appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate all the people that are out there, man. Thank you guys for so much for following and supporting Upland and all the things Upland related, man. We'll see you guys soon, and take care. Good night.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much for taking time and joining us. Really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon.
God, boys.
All right. So make sure that was a fun show. And I wanted to call it exciting ahead of time, but I figured I'd get chastised for it. So I just let it be. But once again, you know, we get down to the real story. You know, we've done a couple of broadcasts here on the UPX Podcast that have shed some light into some of the big stories in Upland. And that's just another story of that wasn't really out there. So we do thank KTwice for sharing that with everybody. And it's glad that they started the Upland Millionaires to try and help people not be taken advantage of when they first start the game. Definitely make sure you're subscribing to the channel, liking the channel, telling people to come check us out on Thursday nights. We do appreciate everybody's support and listening. And then definitely check out the Upland Wiki. And until next week, everybody be safe. Happy hunting in Upland.
It's the UPX Podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, ThankMeLater, and you're stupid to win. Might be coming up session as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock in iconic in. Welcome to Upland. Grab your UPX, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin in UPX.